Hello friend. Welcome back to the Noble Motherhood channel, but most importantly, welcome back to the new mom series. This video is number 4. So let's dive right into the 4th video in this series, your first month after giving birth. So last video I talked to you about those 9 specific tips that I have for you in preparing for your postpartum. And today we're going to specifically break down that first 4 weeks after you give birth. What does it look like? What in the world are you in for? Really, I want to give you a realistic vantage point to what that time actually looks like. So first, I have written down some adjectives or some nouns here that I want you to just listen to as to help you understand what that first month will look like for you. All right. Rich, messy, painful, beautiful, slow, healing, new chapter, emerge, exhausting, pure, content, and unfamiliar. I hope that list just gave you a glimpse into the paradigm shift of postpartum. That postpartum is both messy and difficult, and it's also wonderful and full of joy. It's both. You can have both at the exact same time. You can hold both together, and it can still be an absolutely restful and peaceful season of your life as you walk into motherhood. All right. So that first month, you are going to be in a sacred space of healing after giving birth. So whatever your birth story ended up looking like, regardless if you had a vaginal delivery or a C-section, you're going to be in a season of healing. Let's just call it what it is. You're going to be in survival mode as you're taking care of your baby on demand, and you're going to be exhausted. And that is why I say that this first month is so sacred to remember that this first month is supposed to be more quiet and more internally focused. You're not going to have the capacity to say yes to other things. You're just not. You're going to have to say no to a lot of other things that first month, even second month, or even third month. You're going to have to learn as a brand new mom more about that motherly intuition that God has given you for yourself and your baby. Motherhood is it's a bridge. After you give birth, you have now crossed over into this whole new land that you're unfamiliar with. And I understand 100% what it is like to feel very unfamiliar with who you are. Because, friend, the honest to goodness truth is that you probably won't recognize yourself for a while because you're going to be discovering a new part of who you are. And that is totally okay. So I just want to free you with that one simple realization that motherhood is a bridge, and you're going to be figuring out this new part of who you are for a while. All right, so your first month after birth, I just listed out all the things. You're going to be exhausted. It's a season of healing. It's a very joyful and holy season, sacred season. You're going to be emerging as a new woman, and it's going to be very unfamiliar. And one of the best ways to ride that wave of unfamiliarity is to have so much grace for yourself in the season that you're in. Have so much grace for your spouse or for other children that you have, but grace upon grace upon grace. you're going to be walking through so much change that first month. And I think that it is pivotal for you to you're going to have to hone in on just taking care of your baby and yourself and letting other people take care of you, because you're going to be walking through so much change as a new mom. And maybe this will just lighten your load a little bit, and having someone who understands share with you from my own personal life experience. But just having so much grace for yourself in this season will help tremendously. All right, so we've already touched base on this, but focusing on your rest and your healing is going to be essential for that first month after baby is born. Everyone else takes care of you while you take care of baby. All right, your first month after birth, a couple of other things I want to share with you is that if you are running into issues with feeding your baby, if you are nursing and you're running into issues, I highly encourage you to seek after a lactation consultant that's often provided through your OBGYN if you delivered at a hospital. If you had a home birth and you're having issues with nursing, I highly encourage you to talk to your midwife, or maybe you already know of a lactation consultant that you can talk to, or maybe someone else who's highly knowledgeable. But do not wait. Friend, if you're having issues breastfeeding, do not wait to resolve those issues. The sooner you detect it, the sooner you can get your baby help with either a tongue tie or lip tie, and the sooner you're going to be able to enjoy nursing. The other things that I want to highlight to you during that first month of giving birth is, no matter what season you gave birth in, I want you to ensure that you are getting some fresh air every single day. Whether it's just stepping outside in the winter for a moment, like I had to a couple of my postpartums, get fresh air every single day. Open up your blinds, open up your curtains. I used to just stand in front of my window in front of the light in the wintertime postpartums, and I would just stand there and soak up the sunshine's rays. The other thing that I want to make clear to you is how important it is to nourish your body during postpartum. It is going to be so essential for you to make sure that you are eating whole foods, you're drinking a ton of water with electrolytes, that you're using maybe a magnesium supplement, magnesium cream during postpartum. But you are going to be giving so much to your baby that you need to be fueling yourself with the things that are going to give you energy, that are going to lower your risk of headaches, migraines, muscular aches. You're going to need to remind those who are taking care of you, whether it's your spouse or a friend who's stopping by, whatever. Don't be afraid to ask. Don't be afraid to ask for, like, hey, can you fill up my water bottle? Hey, can you bring me a plate of snacks, a plate of food? Can you do this or that for me? You need to nourish your body. That is something that I went wrong in during my first postpartum experience. I was so focused on losing the baby weight that I was miserable. I was absolutely miserable because I was lacking the calories that I needed to have the energy I needed for myself and for my baby. So don't hold back. God gave you those hunger cues during postpartum for a reason, because those hunger cues are telling you that you need food. You need sustenance. So I hope that this gives you a really good perspective on that first month after birth. It's going to be messy. It's going to be exhausting. It's going to be very unfamiliar. And it's a new chapter. But a new chapter is full of joy. It can be full of peace. It's full of growth opportunity. And you have just crossed over a bridge into motherhood. And you get the privilege of discovering a new part of yourself that you've never known. And so, with all of the mess that postpartum brings, Think about that, friend, that you're discovering a brand new part of yourself. I am cheering you on. If you have any questions or comments, leave them below, or you can email me at hope@noblemotherhood.com. I'd be honored to talk with you. And if you are a brand new mom, you've heard me say this before, but I would love if you got in your hands that free guide for new moms that I have created. It's a 10-page guide that you can go ahead and click in the box below. Go ahead and click that link and you will have immediate downloadable access to that guide, as well as the link to the postpartum ebook that is 30 pages long and will prepare you extremely well for your 4th trimester. So thank you for being with me in the 4th video of the series, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.